Hi and welcome to my channel. This video will be showing you how I achieved this bouncy, fluffy perm rod set. So I'm starting off on stretched hair. My hair has been in these two braids for about a week. I'm just going to take them out and run my fingers through my hair to kind of detangle it. I like to use this method to stretch my hair because it leaves my hair so it has more volume if I do a style to it, versus blowing it out. My hair doesn't really hold many styles very well when I use heat. So lately I've been using this when I do like my stretched braid outs, any type of twist out or perm rod sets like this. So now I'm just sectioning my hair off. I'm going to be working in 4 sections. So using these orange perm rods and this Jane Carter solution wrap and roll mousse, I'm going to start by sectioning my section off into smaller sections, and that's how I'll put in the perm rods. The first thing I'm going to do is detangle this section with this brush with the best detangling brush. After that, I'll be adding a dime to a quarter size amount of the mousse. I really just put it in based on how big the section is. Once I've worked all the product in from tip to root, I start at the bottom and roll the perm rod up and then secure it. And I'm just going to repeat that process throughout my whole head, detangling first, adding some mousse, and then rolling the perm rod up. When I'm rolling these up, I'm rolling them under, and then I'm making sure that the band is secured on the top of my hair and not on the underside of my hair. So here we are, I'm all done installing. This process took about an hour. It probably could have taken a lot less, but I took a lot of breaks and I was like listening to music, having a good time, whatever, and it took like about an hour, which wasn't bad. After that, I let my hair dry for like 4 hours. I'm going to be using this pomade oil on my hands so I can take my hair down. I'm starting in the back because that's where I started with the set. All I'm doing is unrolling it, just unrolling it, nothing special. As I was unrolling, I was really happy because it turned out a lot better than I expected. I did this kind of like as a last minute thing. I didn't really plan it or think about how many rods I was going to use or what method I was going to use. I kind of just did it because I was bored. But it actually turned out really good and my curls look really good even before separating. This is what the curl pattern looks like undisturbed. And now I'm going to start separating it. So once again, starting in the back, I'm going to be taking each curl and then separating each curl and twirling it around my finger to kind of keep the curl pattern going. This isn't normally how I separate my hair. I usually would do it kind of like piece by piece, like take the perm rod out, then separate it, then move on to the next. But I felt like it was easier this time to just take all the rods out at once. Again, I'm just taking each curl and taking pieces from that curl and separating it, twirling that piece of hair around my finger lightly. You don't want to twirl too much because that could disturb the curl pattern. So you're gonna see that some of the pieces I kind of stretched out a little bit and they did curl up a little bit more on their own after I kind of like bounced them up and left them alone, but they did stretch out more than I wanted to. But it was okay because there were only a few pieces that did that. Now that I've separated all the curls, I'm just going to be picking my hair out. I want to make it as big and as fluffy as possible without disturbing the curl pattern. Once the hair is picked to my liking, I'm just playing around with it to see which side I want my part to be on, to give it more volume on one side, and to see how it would look and how I like it. I ended up going with the part on my left side, but because of the way I did the perm rods, I could honestly do a part on either side or even in the middle, and it would still look good. I would still be able to fluff it to my liking. As you can see, if I do it to the middle, it still looks good, and if I do it to the other side, it still looks good. But yeah, here's my finished product. I really liked it, and this process was really easy, so I'll definitely be doing this style again.